Hey there, welcome back to our fourth tutorial, or our fourth part actually, of how to make a memory matching game serious in C Sharp. In the last tutorial we were able to build a time counter that counts down 5 seconds, and after that all of our cards flip to the cover picture. Last tutorial I mentioned that in this tutorial we are going to learn how to swap places of cards. For instance, I have all these cards just lined up one next to each other. For example, pineapples next to pineapple, but we don't want this. We want them all to get mixed up. So for example, pineapple counts instead of apple. The apple counts, for example, say lemonade, orange with strawberry, so on and so forth, right? Um, we're not gonna do this actually this tutorial. I do apologize. I mentioned it last year, but we're not gonna do it now. I want to do something else, and then I would like to leave that one for the last step. What I want to do today is, when you have two cards similar, they should stay up. However, when they're not similar, they should turn back to the cover picture. For instance, if I have, for example, if I have this cherry open like that, and then I click on another picture, and this one is kiwi, so cherry and kiwi are not similar to each other. Now they should flip back to this cover picture. However, when I open cherry, then on the next one's cherry as well, they should stay up. So that's what we're going to work on today. It's going to be really easy. It's not going to be a big deal of it. What else? I think that'll be it. Why not just get to work, right? Alright, so close this now. I know I forgot something, but it's just not coming to my mind right now. Anyways, let's see. Okay, alright. So in order for us to do this, like I just said right now, when you have two pictures are open, when you have two pictures are similar, then they should stay up. But the system is not gonna know these two pictures are the same unless you have a way of comparing them to each other. You could do this in different ways, millions of ways. First one, you could really just compare pixels of each picture to this picture, right? So picture box 1, you take all the pixels of this image and then you compare the image of picture box 2. If they are similar, then you have two perfect matching pictures, and they should stay up. Other way is by having identification number, unique identification number. For example, pineapple should have identification number of 1. Apples or oranges should have number 2, so on and like that. Okay, so that's one way also. Now the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. To do identification number, you could create a list right here and you call it ID, and list of integers, and then you could call it IDs, and then equal new list, whatever. I think it's new list integer, something like that. Okay, you could create just a list like that, and then place this ID. Then you have another list of picture boxes, and then you would link them together, picture boxes, and then you would link them to each other. Okay, yeah, it's like that, and then you could link them to each other. However, this way it's really long way, and our game is really simple game. You know what I mean? It's not a huge game, so we don't even need to create this. We could cheat. Visual Studio has, I figured out a way we could cheat with. You can't do it really with everything, but if you take a look, Visual Studio doesn't have identification property. However, it has something called tag. Now I know that tag is not really used for. I know that tag is not used for the purpose that we're trying to do right now, but by using it, we won't have any problems. Okay, it's fine to use it. It's not gonna have any problem. It's not a big deal. They're not gonna come. Like Visual Studio Police is not gonna come and take you to jail. Okay, as long as it does the job, you're good to go. Plus, it's not gonna take up much of memory. Anyway, so right now enough talking, let's get to work. Alright, so first of all, let's assign IDs to each one. I would call them by number. So card 1 will have 1, card 2 will have 2, card 3 will have 3, and so on. So card 1 will have under tag property, you see the tag property, put next to 1. And then our duplication card 1 will have 1 as well. So right now when two of them are open, you're gonna compare the tag value of card 1 and then the tag value of duplication card 1. If they match, there you go, you got a perfect matching cards. And card 2 is gonna have number 2, duplication card 2 is gonna have number 2 as well, card 3 is gonna have 3, duplication card 3 is gonna have 3. I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna drink water, and then I'm gonna finish up this, and I'll be back, alright? So hang up. Okay, so I'm done labeling, or actually assigning IDs to my picture boxes, and we're ready to code. So let's go ahead and do that. Go to your codes. If you have a tab of codes, just go to it from 1.cs, or just right click. Excuse me, click on view code or F7 from keyboard. Excuse me. Alright, so we need to add actually 2 new variables that I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking of adding 2 variables that are pending. For example, when I open picture box 1, I would like to store this in a variable, and then when I open another picture, I would store it also in a variable and then compare them to each other. So I need only 2 variables. If you don't get what I'm saying, if you're a little bit confused, it's fine. Just follow what I'm doing and then you'll get it. Let's set a variable of picture box and call it pending image 1, and another picture box called pending image 2. Comment this store card 1 first opened card first flipped, sorry, makes more sense, flipped card into this variable, and you know, same thing second blah blah blah. Alright, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now when I click on my picture box, which is the first one right here, this one, when I click on it, yes, it shows me the card, but I also want it now to check. Alright, I want it to check something. If the variables are empty, so if this variable is empty and this variable is empty, so for example, if pending image is empty and if there's no value in it, that means there is no picture box being flipped. So all picture boxes are still having their cover picture, or there are picture boxes that matched. So the pending is gonna hold whatever not matched right now, and it could hold maximum of 2 cards. Number 1 holds, like pending image 1 holds the first one, and pending image 2 holds the second one. So let's check if pending 1 is null, equals null. If this was null, then do something, okay? Otherwise, else if, oh, you know what, just put that for now. So if this was null, then pending image 1 dot equals card 1. Okay, so we're saying if image 1 is null, then assign a value to it, and that value is going to be card 1. So now card 1 has what? Now card 1 has the value, pending image 1 now has a value of card 1. Now you need to assign, okay, now what if pending image already has a value in it? Okay, you need to store card 1 in the second one if it was empty. So else if pending image 1, if this one is not null, and at the same time the second one is null. By the way, null means empty, just so you can say empty. Okay, pending image 1. Okay, so we just said right now, if the first one is empty, if the first variable is empty, it has no value in it, then assign card 1 as its value. Otherwise, if pending image 1 is not empty, it has already has a value, then check is pending image 2 is empty or not. If it's empty, then assign the pending image 2 has card 1. Alright, so if the first one is already full, if somebody's using the first one already, and the second one is empty, so just take the second slot because the first slot is already used. Okay, so how that makes sense. Now after this checked, now I want you to check something else. What if both of them pending image 1 is not null, and what if both of them are not null? In this case they are full. In this case if both of them are full, which means we are able to compare them to each other right now because they are not full, they are not empty, so each one of them has a value. Now compare these two values to each other. So if pending image 1 equals pending image 2, if they are equal to each other, if pending image 1 dot tag is equal to the second one dot tag, then do something, otherwise do something else. So what we are really saying right now is check the tag of the value that's stored in image pending 1. And pending image 1, sorry. Check this value, check the tag of this value to the tag of the value being stored in pending image 2. Succeeded or no? Okay. Let's see how we're doing with the time. We're doing good. I'll just pause for a second. I gotta drink water one more time. Okay. So I don't know if this makes sense to you guys or no, but if it doesn't make sense, somebody let me know and I'll explain even further. Okay. Let's move on. So right now we said if they are similar to each other, then just leave them facing up. Otherwise, turn them just turn them to their cover picture. So put pending image 1 dot that image is equal to properties dot resources dot cover. Okay, and pending image 2, the same thing. So right now, if they're not similar to each other, then simply it's going to then it's gonna put it back to its cover picture. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Oh, actually you need to set it back to null. Right now you use the values, you did everything, now you need to set them back to null. So pending image 1 equals null, and pending image 2 is null as well. So after our comparison is completed and task is done, so they are either flipped or they stay the same. Now empty out our variables so they could be used again in two other cards, in other different cards. Okay, and now you're basically done. You just copy this and paste it on duplication card 1. Change what needs to be changed. Instead of card 1, just put duplication card 1, duplication card 1 as well. Don't do it to all of them. There's a problem in our code. I just want to show you this one and then I'll show you the problem. But let me just do it one more time to card 2 as well. Just gonna do it to 4 cards. The card with its duplication, and then I'm gonna show you the problem we're having. So it's gonna be card 2, and that looks good. Okay. One more time. This is duplication card 2. So duplication card 2. Okay, duplication card 2 as well. Alright, so that's done. Let's check how this looks like. So go ahead to start and give it 5 seconds to load. Alright, so right now click on this. Now you have value being stored. So if you go to locals, you need to break. Anyways, sorry. So you have this one has a value, and this value is being stored in pending image 1, because right now when I clicked on, look what happens. Let me just explain to you what happens. So right now this card, one click, this is the first card. When I click on it, it did this. It went to pending image, checked if it's null or no. It is null, so it stored our card. Now it went to check this. This is not true because pending image 1 is not null, right? So this can be true now. This cannot be true. Okay. Alright. So this one is not true either because both of them are not. One of them is null, the other one is not null yet. So this can't be true either. Right now, if you open the orange one, see what happens is, yes, it works fine. It did compare and it closed this one right away. But the only problem is this one, it didn't show. What I mean is, I clicked on this, and when I click back on this one, only one card that closes because there is no time between them. You know what I mean? There is no time between them. My processor or any processor is so fast that in less than a millisecond, it compare everything and close it right away. So it doesn't even open this one. So you need to wait time. You need to open them and then say give it like 0.1 second, 0.1 of a second to stay open, then to close. To do that, you need to add a timer. So by going back to our form, go toolbox and add a timer. Call to this timer 3 and give it the interval, you know what, not 0.1 but give it 0.3 milliseconds. 300 is 0.3 of a second. Okay. Alright, so now double click on our timer and let's do this. Timer 1, timer 3 dot stop. So first of all, we need to stop the timer so it doesn't keep looping. And now pending image 1 dot. Alright, so image 1 is going to equal to properties dot resources dot cover, and pending image 2 dot image, it's going to be properties dot resources dot cover as well. So when time is up, so it's gonna wait a few seconds. It's gonna open both pictures. It's going to wait a few seconds. It's gonna wait actually 0.3 of a second, and then it's gonna close those pictures if they are not similar. So this function is gonna be only if they are not similar. It's not gonna be called unless they are not similar. And also set that pending image 1 is null here. So you reduce codes. Image 2 is null. Right now, if you go back up and you change this, you see what we said, instead of putting it to cover, now just change it to the timer to start. Timer 3 dot start. Okay. And you don't really need this no more because you already used it somewhere else. So take them off. So right now, what is gonna happen? Again, change this timer 3 dot start. And okay, similar to here. Timer 3 dot start. Okay, oops. Alright. Now duplication card 2 is gonna be the same thing. You don't need this two more. Timer 3 dot start, and you don't need this. Okay, so what's happening right now is when I click on the card 1, the same process is gonna start in pending 1 and all that, and then when I click on card 2, it's gonna store it in here, and then it's gonna check, and then it's going to check again if they are not similar. If they both are not full, if they both are not null, then that means they are full. So it's gonna check. If they are similar, it's gonna do nothing. It's gonna leave it as it is. If they are not similar, it's gonna call back the function that's called timer 3 dot start. Timer 3. So right now, timer 3 will start. Function timer 3 will start. And when function timer 3 starts, it's gonna stay for 3 seconds. It's gonna count. It's gonna count 0.3 of a second. Then it's gonna do this. So let's try this. Go to start. Alright, so now open the first image and open another image. It's gonna stay 0.3. Boom. You see? So now there is a time for you to see the other picture. Probably 0.3 is a little bit fast, so you could really increase it to 0.5, which is 500. Let me see how we're doing the time. Oops, I don't like the time right now, but it's fine. Okay. 5 4 3 2 1 0. So now click on this one, click on the second one. There you go. See, right now we have time to actually see what's going on. See that there are two cars not similar to each other. Now if they are similar, they're gonna stay up there all day long, okay? They will never change back. I think that's perfect right now. We do have kind of glitches right now, but I'll fix it when we come back in the next tutorial. Next tutorial will be fixing up, cleaning up our code, adding the score, score so they increase. Finish up some other code, a little bit of the code I don't like it, I gotta fix something in here. We got some stuff to do, alright? We got some stuff to do. So I'll see you next video. So yeah, take care. I hope you really got this one. If you don't understand it, please inbox me or email me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Comment even below is fine. Yeah, I mean, I really could include the source code if you guys would like, but I want everybody to try by yourself. Obviously you'll face some problems, but you will definitely overcome them, and that's where you're gonna learn programming. Otherwise, if you just take a source code and use it, then you're really not learning anything. Alright, so please don't forget, subscribe if you haven't already, like and share. See you next time.